Alright. Just woke up from a nap. Well, kind of. I woke up from a nap, which then turned into 2 hours of scrolling, which then turned into a lot of self-comparison. Which is, I mean, for me, that's what I've learned. Social media, man, it turns into this way of, it allows you to, like, be able to just full on, like, compare yourself to, like so many people in one small sitting that I don't think anyone, I mean, you wouldn't be able to do. Like, think about it like this. People have always had issues comparing themselves to others, worrying about what others would think about them. Throughout all time, you know what I mean? And I've always been like this. I've always worried about what others think of me. Like, I'm not afraid to say that anymore. Sometimes it's the only thing I worry about. And that can get in the way of you just being comfortable, talking to people, or being social, or just going out of your way and being a normal human being. But social media, man, it brings it to a whole nother level. Yeah, I bet there's people that can't even function now because of social media. And of course, this is not, it's not like this for everyone. And I'm not blaming social media, right? Like, I'm pointing this out based on my own personal experience. And for me, like, I'm addicted to my phone. Like, I'm addicted to scrolling at this point. I would be stupid to not admit that. I think a lot of people would be, you know. But, like, I compare myself to, like, everything. I want to be liked, you know. It's so annoying because my rational brain's like, come on, man. Like, do you really care if people like you? And I'm like, nah, I don't. But then it's like this deeper thing here in my stomach that's like, this, it's like the intuition is saying, no, you need people to like you for survival. And my logical brain's like, bro, like, no, you don't. And it sucks, man. It sucks. I start painting because I love it and I enjoy it. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, I like these. They look cool. Like, I'm happy. And then all of a sudden you get some, like, I don't know, Jason Bua. He's just so harsh. And he's so critical. And I mean, okay, people can be like, oh, he's an art critic. And it's like, you're showing your own insecurity by letting him get to you and shit. I'm like, yeah, I know I am. Let me show that insecurity for a bit. The the guy's just an asshole. He could be encouraging artists. Okay. The first thing is that I'll say this: he comes across artists and he critiques them in a way that is like, you can clearly see that, okay, maybe this is a newer artist. Maybe they're still figuring out their style. But he fucking roasts them and, like, I mean, by no means is that, it's like people can say whatever they want. And if I'm the artist getting critiqued by one of these Instagram art critics that are just super, super harsh, I'd probably let it affect me for, like, no longer than a week, and then I would finally accept, wait, this person has no fucking power over me, and then I would kind of break out of it. But like, I would let it affect me, you know, because I'm already insecure about the fact that I need people to like me. So, I mean, this then creates imposter syndrome for me, which I don't deal with much, but when I go through a high consumption phase where I'm just consuming, I go through it a lot. Like, oh man, I can never do that. I can never do that. I can never be as that good. I can never do that. I can never make something like that guy. I come across, I don't know, some like famous producer who I've never heard of or whatever, and he's like judging beats in the first 3 seconds. So essentially, judging books by their front covers. And I think it's his students or whatever, so it's people paying him to like critique his work, their work and stuff, and so he's playing the beats and he's like trash, garbage, horrible. This sucks. This is shit. And I'm sitting here being like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, I'm liking some of these. Some of these are I'm intrigued about. And I mean, I'm sure there's more context to it. But that's not the point. I'm seeing someone hating on other people, and I get like I'm not well. I don't get offended. I get hurt. I get ah shit. Okay, that bro. I kind of like that. What do you mean? And then I start. It's like, does my stuff suck? Is my stuff shit? You know what I mean? I don't do this much anymore, but I still find myself going back to it and hating on myself for no reason, not having confidence in myself for no reason. Um, like I did today. Like, a true sign of you getting better at whatever, like yourself, getting better as yourself, a better human being, a more well put together human being, a more mentally strong, a more physically strong. Like, the sign that you're getting better is that it's getting worse. You know what I mean? Feels like it's getting worse. It's not getting worse. It feels like it's getting worse. That's something I need to remind myself. You know what I mean? Anyone struggling with this stuff, you need to remind yourself of that. It's not a straight, just uphill climb. There's ups and downs, and you're not supposed to have all the answers yet. You get the answers after you figure it out. At least that's what my therapist has been telling me. And basically every mature adult individual I have in my life. I remind myself to just keep going and never quit. And keep working on the self-doubt. Like, keep working on cutting that self-doubting out. It will still come back. I mean, I do believe you can cut it out completely. But there's always a potential for it to come back. You know what I mean? So I just need to keep working towards that. I just need to keep making music. I mean, like, fuck, even if my music was shit, like, the only way it's gonna get better is if you keep making it, right? I know my music's not shit. I know I'm not a shitty person. I know that I am not just gonna fail in life and end up doing nothing or being, a piece of shit or whatever. Like, I know that that's not gonna happen. I know my worth. But sometimes you can forget it a little bit. And I mean, all of this is, from my understanding, is imposter syndrome. I get imposter syndrome. Oh my god, it's horrible. The imposter syndrome, my face, man. I study music at university, and it's constantly like dude, like, how are you here? Like, you're not good enough. Like, you still struggle with reading fucking notes on a page. You still struggle sight reading. Like, it's horrible. How are you still, like, why are you still here? This is the inner, like, dialogue, like, every single day I go to school. And it's horrible. And I work on it. I tell myself, you know, I'm right now, I'm trying to fake it till I make it, you know what I mean? Dude, you're great. You're awesome. You're talented. You're this, you're that. I keep telling myself that. You just gotta keep telling yourself that until you believe it. But like I remember jazz band, man, holy shit. Playing with all these people better than me. And I think a healthy thing would be, you know, like, oh shit, all these people are better than me. Like, okay, let's just keep working hard. Let's just keep practicing it and we'll get better, you know? And there's a part of my brain that's saying that to myself, but then there's this unhealthy I don't know, way of thinking that is it doesn't motivate. It actually does the opposite. It demotivates. It's like, oh fuck man, if I'm this shit, then why even try? And it's a weird thing because you know that's not true. Yet there's this part of your brain that's stuck in this loop. It's stuck running this narrative and you just can't figure out a way to recode that part of your brain. And it's frustrating and the truth is I'll probably deal with that until I die. So it's like, okay, how do I figure out that new way of thinking? And it's just learning yourself, right? We're all built different. Our brains all operate differently. How do we how do we learn ourselves and learn how to work with ourselves and learn how to work with the shit about ourselves that aren't perfect, you know? But for me, the imposter syndrome it's bad, and I've learned to defend myself from it in a lot of ways. But when it comes back, it's important to not let it take over, because I don't want to go back to that. You know what I mean? But it's frustrating, and it might never stop being frustrating. But I don't know. I believe in myself, and I believe. I mean, man, I believe in anyone who's watching this video. I believe in you. I believe that anyone. I really believe because we're all brothers and sisters, and we're all in this fucking weird, fucked up life together. So if we can help each other out, why shouldn't we? And just always be trying to push positivity. Always. Yeah. All right. I don't have anything more to say. Um. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one, people. Have a good one. Bye.